Hello everyone, before we get started, I just want to thank you guys so much. We've got a ton of new subscribers recently, and I'm really trying to get you guys some more content, but right now I am working 2 jobs at like over 50 hours plus grad school. It's going to be a struggle, but I am going to keep trying to keep giving you guys videos. I'm not stopping, I'm not slowing down. We are going through this, and I just want to thank you guys so much for subbing. Without further ado, though, let's enjoy this content. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another movie analysis. My name is That Analysis Guy, and today we are going to be taking a look at A Quiet Place with Foreshadowing 101, tension and jump scares, followed by a large plot hole in this movie, specifically the ending. Timestamps in the description. Let's get right into it. You didn't think I was going to whisper forever, did you? If at any point in time you needed to understand what foreshadowing was, then this movie would be where I would direct you. Definition-wise, this is what it is. Foreshadowing would be a warning or indication of a future event. This movie did that. It did it to a degree that is almost comical. And let's use the beginning scene as a prime example. We see the rocket. Okay? We see the dad take the batteries. You gotcha. We see Reagan give the toy back to the boy. We see him eye the batteries and then take them. Guess what happens next? Even if you've never seen this movie, you can probably guess that he's going to put the batteries in the toy and play with it, which causes it to make noise. Maybe you didn't think he would get annihilated as he did, but then again, this movie shows right away that these things are brutal and there are real consequences. Sadly, we know that there aren't any dogs either, as we see a raccoon get just straight up annihilated again for making just a little bit of noise. That means those little barking dogs would be dead. There is a problem with overly simplistic foreshadowing, by the way. This scene would have been much better had we just not shown him take it. Inferring, and then having that happen. You'd have been like, oh, he took him. Instead of just, oh, he took him. He's gonna die. Most people think that creates tension as you're waiting for the kid to die. I was just, expecting the kid to die, and when it happened, I wasn't even fazed by it. Tomato, tomato, I guess. Remember when we looked at the god-awful jump scare setup in the forest? One of the things I mentioned was that jump scares have to have a threat behind the scare. 1. Cool. Okay, what was the point? When it comes to horror movies, you have to have a scare, and then there has to be danger, right? So you have, let's say, you have the scare, okay? SC, the scare. That has to lead to something of danger. It's gonna be Dan. It has to lead to Dan. Scare has to lead to danger. If you don't have any danger, what's the point of scaring you? What's there to fear if there's nothing to hurt you? This movie had jump scares related to the threat of the movie, which made it all work. It wasn't in their head, it was real. The raccoon's death, jump scare. Seeing the alien in the house, jump scare. All show the threat factor of these things. One is that they really do hunt any noise, the other being that there was one in the house. They all tell something more, they add to the environment. Sometimes seeing them just raised tension, like when the kids fell into the silo. Other times just seeing them was to show there was always the threat, and how sensitive their hearing was. Like when the boy was playing with the toy, or when the dad was on his way to the silo and the thing ran right past him. You weren't scared for the dad, you knew where it was going. Scares have to have a threat, otherwise they just waste your time, and this movie did it well. Though the way the aliens were defeated was a bit on the nose. And what I mean is, it was a bit simple. If you haven't seen this movie, let me break it down for you. So this movie's ending was the family finding out how to kill one of the aliens, minus the dad, and then getting ready to hunt more when they started running toward them. How did this work? Well, it can be said that since these aliens emit some sort of frequency that disrupts electricity, they were messing with the earpiece that Reagan was wearing. This explains the family's use of lights around the property. Lights flickering would tell you if one was close. Also, light bulbs emit a low hum, which probably allowed a bit of sound canceling on the outside of the house. Anyway, when these things would get close, Reagan's hearing aid would go nuts and emit this high-pitched sound, caused by feedback, and the creature would hear it, which would make it cringe in pain. Side note, I believe that this thing emitted a noise loud enough for the receiver in the hearing aid itself to pick it back up again and cause a feedback loop that continuously amplified the longer the creature was around. but I could be wrong. Anyway, here they are in the basement, and they put the aide next to the microphone on the radio, and blast that sound loud enough to get the alien to cringe and expose its face past its armor, which opens up a shot to the face, and boom, headshot. It's dead. What I took as a problem in this movie is that it is to believed that this problem wasn't solved by a scientist, a soldier, an agency, nothing. It was solved by a 12-year-old deaf girl on accident, over a year after the aliens were spotted. You're telling me no one made the connection, no one had this happen, no one noticed it emitting a frequency like this, and that these aliens, who we knew, it is in the movie that they knew that these aliens had sensitive hearing, no one thought that this high frequency would cause them pain? No one? I'm not angry that the aliens could be defeated. I'm a little bit mad at how ludicrous that sounds, that no one thought to try and hurt them with sound at any point. And you can't use the argument, maybe they did it and it didn't work, because we just saw how high the frequency needed to be. But how quiet it was to us. Notice when they were in the truck, the boy didn't even get fazed by it. He was probably more distracted with the fact that he was probably going to be eaten. I can understand that, but he didn't seem to even notice the high-pitched frequency, or else he would have said something later. The issue was, it was just a bit of feedback that caused this, and you're telling me a year and a half into this, they never encountered this high-frequency problem. Never. Not once. I find that hard to believe. But, however, this movie was awesome, and that's going to do it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. I enjoyed doing this movie. It has been refreshing seeing some good horror this year. My name is That Analysis Guy. Don't forget to drop a like and sub if you enjoyed the content. Follow me on Twitter. I've been more active on that recently. You all have a good day, and I will see you next time. Peace.